Thank you, Bill. Good evening and welcome to the virtual meeting of the Middlebrooks Elementary School Roof Building Committee. My name is Vinnie DeGennaro and I'm the chairman of the committee. Also attending tonight are the other members of the committee, several members from the town council, representation from Board of Education, and also our town attorney. I'd like to start the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Please join me. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. The first item on our agenda tonight is the approval of last meeting's minutes. That's the meeting of April 20th. Have the committee members had a chance to look at the minutes? And then I'll need a motion for the approval of the minutes.
Mr. Chairman, I have a correction that has to be made.
Okay.
It says under item 3, you stated here that Mr. Bova noted that the Board of Ed is on board with the possibility of being remote. Never has the Board of Education agreed, and certainly the superintendent has, to put the school on remote. I don't think, unless Kevin talked to somebody that I don't know.
Kevin,
it would be an option that Marty and Paul Henderson will make at the time, knowing how the schedule is going. So they would look at that. They would look at that as an alternative option if needed.
The only problem is that the State Board of Education has ruled direction to all superintendents that effective September will be no remote education in Connecticut. It'll all be in person. That's a directive right from the State Board of Education. So there is no option on going remote in any school in Connecticut come this fall. Isn't that right, Scott? I think you were there when they made that decision.
Yeah, that just came out yesterday that the state has said that they are not going to. I think technically they're not requiring schools to offer a remote option to students. So I think once we shift to in person, it would be very difficult for us to, have one school be remote like that. I don't think it's really a feasible option.
okay.
Very sorry about that.
Mr. Chairman, if I may, Dan Shopik, the question is what was said at the last meeting.
Yes.
Not to debate what the policy is. If Mr. Bova said that, then that's part of the minutes.
I know I'll go along with Kevin. Kevin talked to both of them, and this is what they said to him. I won't disagree with that.
But that was early on when we were talking about if we weren't going to make the schedule, which, still is an option whether we're not going to make it or not, or substantially done at the time. There was, at that time, what we were talking about was remote learning if we had to for the first month or first week or whatever that was going to be. Like the schools are doing now, a week or a month at that time wouldn't have made a big difference. But if the state said something yesterday, then obviously that option would go away. But at the time, it was an option, and it was an alternative option that we could use.
All right, fine. I stand corrected.
Okay.
Mr. Chairman.
Yeah, before we do that, I omitted to have our clerk call the roll. So, Barbara, would you call the roll, please?
Sure. Vinnie DeGennaro.
Here.
Pat Borgeson.
Here.
Tony Cinto.
Here.
Michael Ward.
Yes, here.
Robert Christiani.
Here.
Stephen Cahill.
Here.
And Mark Hoffman is absent.
Thank you, Barbara. Okay, back to the minutes. I'm going to need a motion to accept the minutes or modify them. So,
Patricia Borgeson, I move we accept the minutes.
do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you, Tony. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, I think it's unanimous consent. Thank you. Okay, the next item on the agenda is the review by Paul Lisi and I do see that he's on, and before we do that, Paul submitted today information, some cost information, which I think would be better suited to go into executive session for a more detailed discussion. But I do want to let the committee know that on Monday night, we did have a discussion with the town council subcommittee, finance committee, and let them know that there was going to be a request to approve the architect of Internazi Associates, and that passed unanimously. So that'll be taken up at the next town council meeting, which is next week. So with that, I don't know if Bill is still on here. I think, oh, there he is. Bill, do we have things ready for the executive session?
Yes, you can start whenever you'd like.
Okay, we're going to need a motion to go into executive session.
Pat Borgeson, so moved.
Thank you, Pat. Second? I didn't see that. Anybody? Oh,
No, second the motion. Yeah.
thank you. So now what we'll do is we'll talk about who will be in the session. All of the committee members, Dan Martin, Kevin Bova, Cindy Katsky, Dan Chopik, and Paul Lisi. Did I miss anyone? Oh, Scott Kerr, sorry. And John Morello. Did I miss anyone?
Well,
I don't
Dawn
think-
Cantacio.
Oh, sorry, Dawn.
That's okay.
Most important, sorry. All right, I guess based on that,
Vinny,
yeah,
Robert Christiani,
Yeah.
I never received an email for the executive Zoom meeting.
Bill,
Just-
is this the email you sent at 6:44? Is after the executive session?
I sent it. Hold on one minute. I didn't send it yet. That's why. Okay. It's on its way now. Sorry about that.
You had a 6:44 one. Okay.
okay, for the record, I need a motion to come out of executive session.
No, you already have the vote to go out of executive session. Just report that the motion was made at 8:21.
Okay, it was made, we went in at 7:24 and we're out at 8:21. Okay, so just as a follow-on, we're gonna have Paul, our architect, come up with a more complete plan. And he's gonna provide that to Kevin Bova. And consequently, we'll have a follow-up meeting on the 12th of May to talk about the next steps and where we go next. I think that covers everything. Do we have anything else that we want to talk about regarding the project? Probably missed something, but and I'll tell you, Pat made the motion for executive session to come out of executive session. I believe it was Michael that seconded it.
Thank you.
Sorry about that.
Mr. Chairman,
Okay. Yes, Mike.
can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Now we don't hear anything.
Can you?
Yes, we can hear you. I don't hear him.
No,
No. We have to get Mike some sort of new computer or connection. Okay,
I want to emphasize that what my comments, the fact is that you have done an outstanding job leading this committee.
oh, I caught some of that.
You
Say
can't
thank
hear
you.
me at all now.
All right, well, whatever. Pat, go ahead.
Hear me now?
I'd just like to compliment.
How
Mr.
about
Pizzi.
now?
I think his information has been really helpful and extremely detailed and has really provided the committee
Hello?
with what we need. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Pat. Yes, Paul, you've done a great job for us. We really appreciate that.
Thank you.
Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, I'm going to need a motion to adjourn, and we will have our next meeting on May 12th. Can I have a motion, please?
So moved.
I have an excellent technician here, my daughter.
I can't hear it. Yeah, thank you,
She's not
Pat.
very-
And can I have a second for the, is that you?
No. I don't know what it is.
Okay, I need a second. Mike will give him a second. We'll say, I guess he's done. Okay, guys, I think we're done, and we'll see you all on the 12th. And in the meantime, if anything new comes out, we'll be passing information along to you. Have a good night, everyone.
Have a good night. Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye-bye.